Hey, you guys, welcome. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, I'm Mary Setrakian. I'm a master voice teacher here in New York City. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Mary's book series number 4. It's the final Wednesday in April, and we're all together, and we're going to be singing and putting it all together today. As you know, my book, here it is, my book, Sing, Find Your True Voice. This has been my life's passion. I've been writing this book for like 18 years. And today is extra special because I really want to get this whole knowledge of your voice technique is in your emotions, and your emotions are in your voice technique. That's today's theme. So we're going to be working with that. Oh, you're all signing on. Yes, you're here. Hello, Amanda. Okay, Amanda Nelson, her birthday is on Saturday. So as we're saying, everybody is signing on. Let's sing happy birthday to Amanda. Ready? We're just going to sing, and then we're going to figure out, what do I need to warm up? You ready to go? Here we go to Amanda. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amanda. Happy birthday to you. Yes, getting our voices together already. Happy birthday, Amanda. It's going to be so cool. What a great month to have a birthday. Happy birthday. Bingo, you're here. Moonlight Glow. Hello. Oh, Mara, you're back. Wonderful. I got to see Mara's video this morning of her doing a little bit of Phantom of the Opera. All I ask of you, and it was just so glorious because it's kind of our theme today of what I'm talking about, that your emotions are also in your voice technique, and your voice technique is in your emotions. That's our theme today. Roseanne, hello. Lisa, hi. Oh, Haley Joy, hello. Alexander, you're back. How do you feel about register breaks and mixed voice? Is this something that should be worked on? So Alexander, yeah, so I call that the passaggio. I don't call it a break because you're not broken. You're right. There is a change. It's like a bridge between your low voice and your higher voice. It's a little place. It's like a bridge, which is passaggio in Italian, means passage. So there, how do I feel about it? I feel that it's we need to know what to do technically to make it easy. And it's a really easy fix, really easy. Mixed voice for a man, we'll talk about that too. Men and women are very different when it comes to belt for women, head voice for women, belt for women. Men, you really have what I call the front passage, which if you've been here before, you know what I'm talking about. That's your home base always, 100% of the time. Ladies, we have a different choice, and I'm gonna go through that today. For you, men, about styling. How are you going to style your song? More than, oh, how should I organize the resonance? It's more about the styling. So we'll do that, I promise. Leah, hello. How do you get over your fear that you must sound pretty in order to feel that you have the right to sing? I think that's really a great question. And I think you have to understand that, Leah, you are an expert, magnificent, superstar actress, just like Nicole Kidman. And I write a story about Nicole Kidman in my book. It's in the pyramid section about singing high notes. She had to sing some high notes, and she was worried about the sound of her voice, just as you are. And what happens is when you connect to your actress, something magical happens that I can't teach you. And that's why I got so excited, Leah, about your debut video, because you connected your actress fully, and you had all of these beautiful technical elements that you were doing, which was breath, support, floors, pyramid. We're going to review that today. If you're brand new, those words are kind of like, what is she talking about? Don't worry, we're going to go through it. But you did that, Leah, and your voice was gorgeous. Now the next step for you is to maybe sing more legato, sing out. But to get over the fear, you just have to fake it till you make it. That's where that phrase adage comes in handy. You just have to fake it till you make it, because you are so judgmental, as Nicole Kidman is. She's judgmental on her singing voice. She really never thinks it's pretty enough. While we all sit back and go, oh my God, I'm crying from hearing her sing. And you just have to fake it till you make it, because you're wrong. Your voice sounds beautiful. You don't think it does? It does. So that's my short answer. I hope it helps. Erin, hi. Oh my goodness, what an honor to see you here today. So Erin wrote me the most beautiful message I think I probably have ever gotten, because it sounded like he read my book in a week, and it really changed the trajectory of him getting back to his opera, back to his voice. It was so beautiful, Erin. I'm getting full body chills right now, and I just can't thank you enough. So I'm thrilled that you're here. If you have any jewels of how your life changed and what helped you to understand, I'm sure everybody wants to hear, but I'm just so honored you're here, honey. It's really a thrill. He publicly wrote on my YouTube channel, so you can see his beautiful message. And I'm just so excited about, I always say that we want to carve out our own career, carve out our own life. And often you guys have, including myself, we have more talents than just singing. So when you can go and find your way, maybe I know lawyers who also sing. I know singers who are also lawyers. It's like, or that you're an organizer, you like to produce, or you love to manage, or you love to create flower arrangements, or singing is your passion and that's it. Go for it. I mean, but you get to carve out your own life. And I feel like Erin is doing that. And it's just terrific. Chiara, come stai? Oh, happy birthday, Amanda. You see, Amanda, people love you. Come stai, Chiara? Arrivo a Roma la prossima settimana, non vedo l'ora, spero di vederti, sarebbe grande. I don't have a class in Rome, but I hope to see you guys. I'm going to be going off to Milano to work on the Italian version of my book. So excited. And I'll be in Sardinia. If any of you are in Sardinia, in Cagliari, I will be doing a workshop there. And there'll be an open rehearsal for Il Templare that you can find a way to sign up to come join. I'm the director. So if you're in Cagliari, in Sardinia in May, please check that out. It's going to be so cool. Okay. So hello, Brian. Brian just joined us. Hi, honey. So good to see you. My publicist. Oh my God, he's so amazing. Brian McDaniel. Okay, so Ron, good morning, darling. So happy you're here. Yay. Ronili from Israel. Hi, darling. So good to see you. And Delia, hi. Fantine is a perfect example of singing pretty and not singing pretty at the same time. Yeah, I think what I tell my students, once we get through all of this, once we understand the technique, then the idea is hit your mark and tell the truth, and don't try to be pretty. That's been what I've had to do. Don't try to be pretty. Just hit your mark and tell the truth. That's the final step. It's pretty intense. It takes a lot of trust. It takes a lot of courage. And hey, why not? We're just here to sing. It's so fun. So Moonlight Glow, you're saying, this is Miriam, right? Thank you for the beautiful review, honey. Oh, I'm so honored. She did a beautiful 5-star review on Amazon. That helps you guys. It helps the algorithm of my book. So I just can't thank you enough for doing that. Just so honored, really. So you're wondering if we can go over how to sing without having our voice stuck in our throat. Yep, we're going to do that. You're working on phantoms wishing and struggling on having a nice resonance and clearness. Yeah. Well, last week we really did a lot of that. So I don't think you were here last week. So if you could go over number 3, we did phantom last week. And I talked about you, that one little phrase that you were talking about, what we do, all I ask of you. So please go over that, because today we're doing pop rock, because we haven't done pop rock yet. So I'm sorry you weren't with us last week, honey, but Mary's book series number 3, that's the one you want to go to. We go over that a lot, especially the whole stuck in the throat thing. That was our theme last week. So please go there. We'll cover that a bit today, but not as much in the phantom, because we did that last week. Okay. Well, Amanda, you're talking about I Dreamed a Dream. Remember, the movie version is much different than the stage version. In the movie, it's a different time. Now, that's not to say that she's not having a breakdown. It's very private. But yeah, that's what we're working on today. It's not going to be a sad song, but we're connecting our truth. And those of you who always say, but how, Mary, do I cry and sing at the same time? We have to practice. We have to practice connecting that. So it might be a lot of sobbing first. You can read in my book, the need chapter, which we're going to talk a lot about today. I tell you my personal story because my emotions were stuck. And I had to learn how to sing through the breakdown that Amanda's talking about, because then you're open, then you're connected. And I tell you my personal story because I want you guys to understand it. It's the need chapter, which is toward the end of the book. You need to read the book in order. That's important. Okay. So Chiara says, no matter how much I study and improve, from time to time, fear stops me and makes me doubt. I always come back to Mary's word. I try to remember to be connected. Don't try to be pretty and breathe. Beautiful, honey. That's great. You know, fear comes up. And you know what we say? I learned from my friend Martin Moran. If you can find his books, and he's an incredible Broadway singer. He was in the original company of Titanic. I met him. We went to college together at Stanford. And I met him years later in a diner. And he said he had to go sing for Steve Sondheim. Had to, you know, he was going in for Saturday night and he didn't know he was going to be in the audition. There he was. Fear, fear, fear. And he just said, come along, fear. And I tell you, that is groundbreaking. It's brilliant. We say, come along, fear. We don't try to put it aside because we can't. So we use it, and it becomes an energy. It becomes, and also say, oh, well, my character, I'm singing I Dreamed a Dream, for example, my character is fearful right now. Give it to the character. You can always use these things. So, and then the breath gets you right to your truth. So if you're in your right breath, oh my God, you're going to feel your true feelings. So good. Yes, Miriam. Well, thank you again, honey. Really, really. Yeah. Please do check that. You weren't there last week, and I was thinking of you. That's partly why we did it, you know, and then you weren't there, but that's okay. You can't come to everyone. But I always leave my videos up online, you guys. So there we go. Now, you may know it that the beautiful Sierra Boggess wrote the foreword of my book. I've been her voice teacher since she was 17 years old. That's like over 20 years ago now. And many of you know, if you follow me or follow Sierra, she got married on Sunday. I had the thrill of being there. Oh my God, her and her new husband, Stefano D'Affre, filmmaker. And I'm getting full body chills right now. It was the most beautiful. So in her honor, we're going to pick a light lesson. You can get these online too. They're so fun. They're by Sierra. And I pick one every day. So let's pick one for today. Let's see what our theme is for today, according to Sierra's light lessons. Okay, here we go. Gratitude practice. Okay. And I have to tell you the truth. I picked this one myself this morning. Gratitude practice is so wonderful. Gratitude gets us out of fear immediately. You gets us out of the analytical mind, the one that goes, oh my God, I'm not enough. What do I do? Where do I go? I'm shit. I don't know what's going on. And go to gratitude. And it goes right to another part of your brain, which is the creative part of your brain. And so gratitude is so wonderful. It's like, oh my God, like look around, like what do you have right now? You have so much right today. Yes, we have our dream. Yes, you want to pursue. Yes, we have perseverance. But you have you right today. And you have so much. And even if you don't have a lot, you have your breath, you're breathing, you're alive, you've got your health, you've got food in the refrigerator, you've got a humidifier going, you know. So many things. So gratitude, that's our word for today. Okay, now, do you have your water? Get your water. Here are the rules for today. Water, we've got to get hydrated. Another thing, I can't see you guys. I can't see you. Yes, Mara, right? Gratitude. So you are not to fold your arms while you're listening to and watching and participating today. No arms folded. You can't see my legs, but you are not to cross your legs. No. No crossing. Are you sitting there right now watching the video, crossing your legs, listening to me intently? No, that tells me you're not open. You are protecting. It's understandable because everybody watching here right now, you guys are sensitive. You are so freaking sensitive. And so crossing the leg and crossing your arms makes you feel more protected. Like you feel yourself and you know nobody's going to hurt you when you do this. This is very subconscious, by the way. So the rule is during this whole session, and I would say I do this in my life all the time. When I'm on the subway in New York City, I cross my legs and I cross my arms. I usually cross my ankles instead. And I have a wonderful student who came over last week and he said, oh my gosh, this is the Brazilian meditation, is that you stay open. It's a requirement. Well, it's a requirement here with me all the time. You have to stay open. Yeah, it's scary, isn't it? It's scary because when you cross your arms here, this chakra right here, this is the conflict chakra. This is the chakra we're always dealing with conflict. So you'll see a lot of people doing this because they don't want to feel the conflict. And so as performers, as artists, we have to have everything available. And that's why your voice technique is in your emotions and your emotions are in your voice technique. If we start going to the emotional life before we even start, I'm telling you, we have to stay open. Now, the other rule for today, if I stand up, you have to stand up. And I might tell you to stand up while I'm sitting down playing the piano. Okay? Deal? Send me a thumbs up if it's a deal. Because I just realized that a lot of you do this. You can tell me the truth. How many of you have been crossing your legs and crossing your arms while listening? Yeah. So participation, and this is our way to get to our true emotions. You know, also have some tissues nearby. You might have, Chicane, thank you, sweetie. You're so good. You're so present. I love it. Hey, we might cry. What we say is don't clean up because we have to get it out. We have to have it available as artists. And how do you get it available? Now, these come from really great questions. So let me just tell you who I heard from. I heard from Katie, and she said, Mary, could you talk about how to connect my emotions? And I wrote her back and I said, so does that mean that you have your emotions and don't know how to put them into the singing? Or does it mean your emotions aren't available? And she said, I have to tell you the truth. My emotions don't feel available. And that again was me. That's my story in the need chapter. So if that's you, I write these stories. And I have stories about my students, and you know that it's really fun to read the book because you can get the singing guide, but also inspirational stories as you go. So you don't feel alone. You guys aren't alone in what you feel. I'm right with you. As I said today on my Instagram, I was getting ready to come on, and I said the reason I love sharing this stuff with you is because it changed my life. It's my passion to share what helped me with you guys. Now, somebody might say, oh, but I don't use that. I do a very different thing. I use my imagination, or I use some other tools that I think are better. Hey, that is totally cool. You know, that is totally cool. Because whatever your gut says, I tell you, you have to follow your gut. Absolutely. But I'm so excited because I couldn't find this work anywhere. And when I met Susan Batson, my mentor acting teacher, now of more than 30 years, everything changed. So that's what the emotional life tools are, really from the tools that she taught me. And then I have the voice technique tools that I've been taught by the best opera singers in the world. And so let's get to work. Yeah. Just one more thing. So Katie said that, and Mara said that, well, what I told Mara today was I want her now to trust and connect her actress more with the voice. And I want you to trust, Leah, that you're enough and you're just going to go for it. Now, before we begin, if you want, have a recorder going on the side. You can have your telephone recorder, just forget about it, put it over there, and you're going to sing along with me. And later you can listen back to your voice so that you're not checking. I've discovered that in a lot of lessons, especially on Zoom or even live, I have to say, Everybody's kind of trying to check their sound. Well, I'm here now. I'm here listening. If you check, you're not in your greatest potential. Why? Because the ears are back here. Me, me. I'm checking the tone. Sounds good in my ear, but I know it's not in its full vibration in the room. Me, me has a total different sound in my head, which I've been doing for so long, so I'm used to it. So there we go. So have a recorder going. It's very, very useful. All right. Now, if you have the book, you can follow along a little bit. If you go to page 20, there are the 10 elements of my revolutionary send. 5 elements of the voice technique, 5 elements of the emotional life. And you can certainly write them down as we go. Now, we're going to start a little bit differently today. Okay, you ready for the reveal of what we're going to sing today? Haha, don't kill me. It's kind of a throwback. You ready? Fame. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So this song is so fun. I'm going to play it for you as you get the lyrics out. Go get the lyrics out. We're just going to do the very beginning slowly, and then we're going to do the second part really fast. So, baby, look at me and tell me what you see. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Give me time, I'll make you forget the rest. I got more in me, and you can't set it free. I can catch the moon in my hand. Don't you know who I am? Remember my name. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly high. I feel it coming together. People will see me and cry, fame! I'm gonna make it to heaven. Like the sky, like a flame, fame! I'm gonna live forever. Baby, remember my name. Okay, that's it. You got the lyrics? That's what we're gonna do today. You remember that tune? It's an oldie but a goodie. Okay, so that gives you time to go find the lyrics. That's all we're gonna do of the song. And give me a thumbs up if you got the lyrics. I hope you like the tune. I think it's so much fun. It's just so much fun. And we can celebrate Irene and her greatness. Love it. Yay, birds and moon. Hi, sweetie. More water. Uncross, stay uncrossed. Yeah, and then ladies, we're going to talk a little bit more about belting versus classical. Men. Oh, Roger. Hi. Yes, thank you, Roger, for the reminder. And then men, we're going to talk about the styling of your voice, I promise. So let's get going. Oh my God, so many things. All right. So we always start with breath support and resonance. That's always what we start with. But today we're going to start a little bit different. We're going to start with personalization. And we're going to start with need and personalization. Now you'll see in my book that when we head over to the emotional life side, the first element is personalization. The reason and what that means is you're going to make it personal. You're going to find somebody in your life that you're going to sing to, and you're going to find a situation, a parallel situation of the song you're singing. The reason I use personalization is it connects you directly, usually right away. It connects you to your need without working too hard. So let's think about this for a minute. So we're doing Fame. Now, if you know the show, or you know the song, or you know the movie, you know they're in high school in New York City, and it's all about, you know, performing and becoming a great performing artist. So you might want to be a performing artist. That may be something that may be your dream. So what we're going to do right now is find a parallel situation in your life, what you want to sing about, that you want to be, because the need is, you know what the need is? The need is to be the star. That's the need of this song. The need is to be the star. Now, like I said, it can be directly related to the show. Like if you want to be a star and be on Broadway and be on the marquee and all that, or just a star in your community or whatever. If you want to be the star on a stage, great. If you want to be the star, meaning you want to have that relationship, you want to have that home with a beautiful partner, that could be your dream, to be the star and say, this is my dream. It could be their work, another work. Maybe it could be, I want to be the president. I want to be the top CEO, or I just want to be the lead lawyer, avvocato. Whatever your dream is, we got to get the dream clear. Like I want my book to be, well-known, #1 release. I'm really excited about my book. So that's the truth. It's like, that's what I want. So that's what we're all going to go to our dream. Okay. So personalizing that and finding the need for that. What do we do? How do we find that? You have to go to a time when you didn't have the need fulfilled. You have to go to a time when you felt like a little piece of dirt, a time when you didn't feel like the star, a time when you didn't feel good about that. Isn't that crazy? That's how we find the sensation of the need to be the star. We have to remember a time when you didn't feel like a star. You didn't feel important. You didn't feel like you're enough. Remember Sierra's took the adage from me that I was told by Susan Batson: you are enough, you are so enough, it's unbelievable how enough you are. Well, now we're going to a time where you didn't feel like you were enough. So let's do a very, brief but intense exercise. It's called a sense memory. It's in my book, so you'll be able to follow it yourself later on if you want to do that. So do you remember a time in your life? It could be when you were a child. It doesn't have to be last week. And it might not even be true, but it felt true. It's just going back to a time where you didn't feel like you were enough. So so how long ago was that? Was that many, many years ago? Was that just a couple of years ago, many years ago, when you were a kid? Was it last week? Just answer these questions to yourself. What time of year was it where you felt like a little piece of dirt, like you didn't feel like you were enough? You felt like you were not the star. You were not. You were put aside. What time of year was it? Was it winter, spring, summer, or fall? This very moment. We want to find the moment. Good. What time of day was it? Was it the morning, the afternoon, the evening, the middle of the night? Then the place. This is important to remember. The place. Where were you? Was there something about that place that you'll never forget? Maybe there was a window. Maybe there was a bed. Maybe the color of the wall. Something about that place you'll never forget. Was there somebody with you there? Somebody with you there. If there was, what did that person say or do that you'll never forget? Maybe they just sat there and didn't say anything. Or did they say something to you that you'll never forget? Now, what did you want to say in this place? Maybe you were alone. Maybe it was from that person. What did you want to say, but you didn't? Maybe it's, where are you? Maybe it's, come back to me. Maybe it's, listen to me. Maybe it's, see me, I'm here. Whatever it might be. What was it that you wanted to say, but you didn't? And if you did say everything, what did you want that person, or what did you want the world to understand in this moment? Well, you're alone right now. We're going to say it right now. You're just going to scream it out. Where are you? I'm here. Scream it out. Ready, go. I'm here. Where are you? I'm here. That's what I wanted to say. Okay. Now, that sensation of what you just screamed out, that's the pulse of the need. That thing that you wanted to say, but you didn't. That's going to get you connected to the unfulfilled need. This need, when we're actors, we have to have that connected. So that's super important now. So now we're going to go right to personalization. It could be the person that was just in your situation that was intense for you, connected decades of old feelings. That's the way to go, Roger. That's it. Don't clean up. Just let it live. So happy. This is great. Now, who was the person that you want to impress, that you want to be on your team, that you want them to, like, maybe I would say Oprah. I want Oprah to find me and find the book and give it on her book club. Go for the biggest dream, by the way. Go for the biggest one. Go for Broadway. You know, what we say to the universe, I want this or something better. We don't know. The universe might bring something even better that you never thought of. So think of the person who you want that dream from. It might be the person in your scene that wasn't listening or said no, or it might be somebody else. You're like, this is it. It might, if you're an actor, it might be that casting director that you want them to see you, you know, the casting director, you want them to know you and get you there, or the director of the show. Yeah. So we want to find that person from your life. Maybe it's the partner that you want to be with. It's like, baby, look at me. Look at me. We're going to do this together. We're going to be together. It could be that person. So do you have it now? Let me know. Give me a little shout out of how you're doing. What are you aware of? I'm going to ask you right now, what are you aware of? Is that pretty clear? I know it was very brief, but is that pretty clear? Because now we're going to go to the technical part and we're going to use the sensation, this sensation of the need. We're going to use it. Yes, Erin, I can do it. Oh, I love that. Yes. Oh, that's great, Erin. Wonderful. Oh, just inspired me. That's fantastic. Okay. So now keep on. There's always a little delay. So keep on telling me what you're aware of. You're aware of the person I'm speaking to is myself. Say, I want to see myself. Okay. So what you can do, honey, during this exercise and during the song, if it's to you and it's like, come on, man, let's do this together. You can do it. You can do it. Put yourself in a mirror. Don't use a real mirror. I have a mirror right here. Don't use a real mirror. Just we're gonna put yourself in a mirror. We're gonna do that next to set up our fourth wall and all that good stuff. So in fact, maybe we should do that now. Okay, so keep telling me what you're aware of. Wait, I want the audience to love me. I need a single person. You know what? You could put the audience there. I wouldn't use the audience who's observing you right now. We're going to talk about fourth wall, but you can see if you have a particular audience, it's always better to be specific, Roger. If you can have something very specific, like I remember singing in church. So I remember those people in that place, in that audience. You have to have the place very specific. So it could be a person, but the audience, I would choose a particular audience. So if that makes sense. The need is to be loved. Yeah, okay. The need for us is to be the star, but that's very closely connected to the need to be loved. We're going to use the need to be the star, but you can use to be loved. That works for me. Okay. Keep telling me what you're aware of, and I'm going to keep moving forward. So Leah says, I'm remembering the person who said I couldn't sing. How to sing past that. Okay, that's great, because you know what? We're also going to go to, at the end of all this, we're going to go to the action. And the action, singing through this, that's going to get you to sing past that. The action is very important. That's the very last element of all the revolutionary sound. 10 elements. I'm going in a very particular order today. It's different than the book. The reason I'm doing that is that you guys are saying, how do I connect to my emotions? So we're going to also do a warm-up that connects our emotions right away. Okay, So we're already there. We're already working first about the song. We're looking at fame. Yep, we're thinking about fame, and we're setting up our fourth wall now. So what's the fourth wall? The fourth wall is the imaginary wall between you and the audience. Now, why do we have a fourth wall? This fourth wall is to help us organize ourselves and help us to be intimate. I got a very interesting question, or I heard somebody say that this is what they heard, that people, how they use the fourth wall. He said that they use a fourth wall for the audience to disappear, as if to say, if I have a fourth wall, then the audience is not even there. That's not true. The audience, of course, the audience is there. We're not trying to make the audience disappear. No, no, no. What we are trying to do is get to ourselves to be cocooned in our privacy so that we can feel safe, so we don't have the fear that comes in. If the audience, if we're just looking out and we see the audience, that could make us scared. It makes us scared. It gets us to the fear. And then the audience makes us not be in our true privacy or in our truth. It gets us outside the truth. So this is really about organizing yourself. And again, you guys, the story in my book that I talk about for the fourth wall, it's really a cool story. It's about Tim Shue, who's an amazing pop rock singer. And it's about him going into the offices of these producers and having to sing to them in the office. And of course the producers are there, but this is a way to get to your intimate truth and get cocooned in your work so you feel safe. And then the audience becomes a fly on the wall, peering into your intimacy, which is into me see. So this is a tool for us to use to get to our intimacy and to be able to stay in the intimacy. Because without this tool, it's overwhelming. It's like then the fear comes in and takes over. So this is an imaginary wall. It doesn't shut out the audience totally. It just helps us organize. And then we are going to organize 3 points on our fourth wall. This is very advanced, by the way. We're doing the advanced work today. Okay. So Bingo says, I can't hear anything. I don't know what that means, honey. Tell me what you mean. Oh, okay. You fixed it. Good. Oh, no. Did it go out for a minute? Everything's okay now? Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, Mercury's in retrograde, so sometimes keep me posted because I've got a microphone here. Maybe I need to take the microphone off if it keeps happening. Okay, Aaron said it's working perfectly for you. Okay, so let me know, you guys, and I'll take if it happens again, I'll take the mic off. It sounds like it was only for a few of you. Shoot, I don't know what you missed. Okay, well, hello, Mercury in retrograde. It happens. I wonder if I should take the microphone off. Audio is working great for Mara. Okay. All right, so hopefully I was telling a little speech about the fourth wall. Okay, it's good right now. All right, let me know again, okay? Thank you so much, and I'll try. You just switched to your cell phone and it worked then. Oh, God, I'm so sorry, you guys. That's Mercury in retrograde. The little technical things happen with computers and stuff during that time. Okay, so I was talking about the fourth wall, and just to repeat, the fourth wall is the imaginary wall between us and the audience. And the long story that I said was, it's not trying to shut out the audience like they're not there at all. Of course they're there. It's about how do we get more private work for our intimacy, which is into me see. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm still reading about the audio. All right, so I guess I'm going to go forward and hopefully it's all good. So now we're going to have 3 points. This is very advanced. In the middle, you put your person. Okay? Everybody have the person they're going to sing to. I'm going to use Oprah. Why not? I mean, it's really fun. You're going to sing to somebody that you really want them to help you to get to the next place, whatever that may be. Or you can put that person, Roger, who said no, and you're going to be like, Or Leah, you can put the person who said you can't sing. You're like, listen to me, buddy boy. No. I'm here, or the woman, whoever it is. I'm here. This is mine. You're going to put the person there. Then on your left point, my left is over here. Your left will be over here. On your left point, let's see, I'll just say here. On your left point, you're going to put the place where all the bad stuff happened. The merda, you know, the shit. So we're going to put all that awful stuff over there, that place where the bad situation happened, the hurtful place. That's what we're going to put. So we're going to use person, place, and dream. Okay, so the place is where all the bad stuff happened. Now we've got the person, the place. Maybe it's the hospital room. That's what it is for me. Maybe it's the bedroom. Maybe it's by the ocean. Maybe it's in the bathroom. Maybe it's in the car. Whatever place this happened, you're going to put the place there. Now we've got the dream. What's your dream? Yeah. Is your dream to have the relationship? Is your dream to be on stage? Is your dream to be on Broadway? Is your dream to be number one on the New York Times list? Woohoo! That's what you're going to put on the dream, on the other point. That would be your right point. Okay. So person, place, and dream. Now, am I correct? I don't know. Maybe this is flipped and I can just say right, left. I'm not sure. Not sure what happened, but I'm going to try to observe on any other possible issues. Okay. So is everything okay right now, you guys? Should I take my microphone out? Or is everything okay? Send me a thumbs up if it's okay now. All right. Okay, perfect. Yay. All right. So sorry for that. That's awful. So let's go back and remember, you got your fourth wall. You've got your person, place, and dream. Person, place where the bad stuff happened, and your dream. Now, if you have to do a video for work, just remember you're just gonna be near the camera. So right next to the camera is the middle point, and just go an inch to the right, and that'll be your other point for place. Go an inch to the other side, and that will be your dream. Okay, good. Everything's okay. Yay. All right. And now we've got the personalization with your need. You've got the need to be the star. Remember what you wanted to say? Aaron said, I can do it. And Aaron, your middle would be you putting yourself in a mirror. You would just see yourself there. That would be your person. Okay. A middle point. We also want to put the person in the middle. And then you've got the place where the bad stuff happened so many years ago. And then you've got the dream of what you want to have happen. So like the past and the future. Good. So we've got the sensation of the need. We're just going to stay in the sensation. And you guys, the need is just emotions. Now, if we only had emotions, it would be self-indulgent. But notice we have lots of layers. That's just one layer. And the need, the sensation of the need to be the star, the unfulfilled need, that emotion, that's going to stay there. Now, for someone like Katie, I don't know if you're here, Katie, but somebody like me in the past where I couldn't get to the emotion, I couldn't feel the emotion, just keep hanging out. You might want to go into the book and do the sensory exercise where you go back in time and just do it a lot of times and just keep hanging in there with that past event. And then the emotions come up. You might want to, go to therapy. That's a great thing that I did. Always find a good therapist. You want to find somebody really highly recommended. And then if you go, you want to make sure that you like the person, make sure that it's a good situation. Because that, acting is not therapy. We're not doing therapy. We're using the information. We're using the emotion. And why I went to therapy is I couldn't get to my emotions. They were stuck, which wasn't healthy for me. So what I found out is that I could suddenly use my emotions in the work. And it helped my life because I wasn't held in those emotions. So it's all wonderful healing stuff. I love it. Okay, so we've got our person. We've got the need. You set up your fourth wall. Clear so far? You hear me? Leah, just moved to the choir teacher in high school. Ah, when you were 17, encourage you to sing. Oh, good. That's good. And then it can be like, baby, look at me. I'm doing it just like you told me I could. I love that. Yeah, I agree, Leah. What Leah's saying is she decided to go with a positive person in the middle. Like for me, Oprah's positive. It's like, this is going to be great. We're gonna fly to the moon. And that is, in this situation especially, be a really good person who believes in you, who thinks you can do it. Like if you've got your partner there, like we can do this together. That's always a great thing. Now, Roger, you might want to attack the person who said no and have your dream. Depends on what goes best for you. Okay. So now we're going to go to the 3 elements that we have to have connected. The inhale, the breath, support, and resonance. So these 3 things have to be connected. If they're not correct, it's a domino effect, and we won't be able to sing in a really good way. Now my computer's a little low, so I'm going to put books under here. Okay, there we go. All right. So here we go. So let's go directly to the breath. Now this is review, but what I've discovered and what you guys have been telling me, review is really important. And as I've told you in the past, I'm a professional singer. I know I'm teaching you what to do, but every time I teach it, it's a great review for me as well. And I just want you to hear that. So even if you remember this, let's see if we can go a level, like even a step further, which I think we're going to today because we're doing it a little bit different. Okay. And you'll see all of this in my book. I go step by step. So show me, where are the lungs? Yep, here are the lungs. So here are these magical pictures that Christopher Gunn did in my book. I just love them. We worked them out together. So where are the lungs? Yeah, here are the lungs. They're in our chest. They're up here. They're down here. Now, when we sleep at night, do you breathe into the top of your lungs or the bottom of the lungs? When you're sleeping, not thinking of it. Yeah, the bottom of the lungs. Now, I've said many times what I call this breath, the panic breath. Like if we're breathing up here, we are covering the emotions. Now, are you still in the sensation of the need? We have to stay in the sensation of the need to be the star. How do we get back to it? Go to that phrase that you said. Look at me, I'm here, or I can do it, or it's mine, or where are you? Whatever your phrase is, that's gonna get you back to the sensation of that unfulfilled need to be the star or to be loved. That's fine, Roger, to be loved, but I'm saying I'll use it for fame, to be the star. Okay, so we're gonna breathe at the bottom of the lungs, and what's so cool is that when we do a breath as the body works, it connects us to our emotions. So as we're reviewing the breathing, we're going to breathe into the sensation of the need. It's going to be really amazing. So let's think about, how does the breath work? Where's that famous diaphragm? Oh, there it is. Yeah, they all talk about diaphragmatic breathing, blah, 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 blah. What does it mean? What does it mean, diaphragmatic breathing? Why don't they tell you what it really means? Let's look at it. There are these 2 balloons, and they have to blow up. So how does it happen? There's the diaphragm. Is it involuntary or voluntary? Yep, involuntary, just like the heart. I'm telling my finger to move like this right now. It's like, move like this, go like that. I'm not telling my diaphragm what to do. I don't know. It's doing it on its own. My heart is beating, thank God. Another thing to be grateful for, right? Let's be grateful for these involuntary muscles. These guys, our vocal cords working right now. They're involuntary. Okay, so what happens? There's this nerve on the side of our neck. The nerve sends a signal. Oh my gosh, Mary has to breathe. It tells the diaphragm, you've got to do something to help out. And the diaphragm says, I got it. I got the signal. And it contracts. So it's going to contract down. And you see, it creates a vacuum. That's why the lungs blow up. Yes, it's because the diaphragm drops down. It creates a space that has to be filled up. There's a vacuum and the air has to come into the lungs. That's the only reason why we can breathe. Isn't that magical? It's kind of crazy. So what we're going to do now is take that breath and we're going to join. Okay. We're going to join the need with the inhale. We're going to inhale into the sensation of the need. So you can see your person on the fourth wall. Actually, let's see the place. Look at the place where it was a no, like where it was the shit. It was where you felt like a little piece of dirt. We're just going to see the place and you're just going to inhale into that. You're now inhaling into the need. This is beautiful. See the place and just take a breath. Inhale into that sensation. Now notice I'm not going up here. I'm not doing that. We're just going to let the tummy release out. Why? The diaphragm is contracted, drop down. It pushes aside these organs. That's why the tummy comes out. Don't try to get air down here. There's no air. The air starts where the lungs really are. We're following our mind with the idea that the diaphragm is dropping down, because it does. It's true. And then just release into the sensation of the need. See your place. And that's enough. You don't have to over tank. Just let it be inhale. You don't have to put your hands here. I'm doing it so that you can see the movement. It's very slight. I'm not telling you tank up as much air as possible. Don't worry about that. It's not really necessary. We're just going to streamline. We're just going to do all we need is just here, and then that releases. If your stomach's not releasing out because you're a dancer or you're used to holding tension here, you might have to push a little bit. That's okay. How's it going, Brian? You feel that? Yeah, we did this together and it was so good. Starts here, release here. And we're releasing into the sensation of the emotion. Just see the place. Feel a little emotion come up. That's great. That's great. Good. So that's the inhale. Tell me, what are you aware of as I go forward? Now we're going to hook up next the support. Where's my card? Well, the support, which I call super belly button. Super belly button. This is the place that's going to connect to your protection. It's going to protect your vocal cords, your power. This is going to connect to the power and your vulnerability. So once again, the inhale and the support are automatically connected to our emotions. How cool is that? We can start using that as part of our method so that it's already streamlined. Your voice technique is in your emotions. Right now, we're understanding our emotions are in our voice technique. Very cool. So what do we do? No one's writing to me. You guys okay? I know you're here. Okay. So we're going to do that same inhale. Learning to breathe this way has made my mid muscles in the back sore. Okay. So don't worry about breathing into the back. I haven't said now get air into your back. That's really interesting, honey. How about, Chicane, how about you lie on the floor? Just lie on the floor and let your tummy rise and fall with the breath. Okay, I can go on the couch here. You can see me. So if I lie on the couch, just going to lie back and really let the couch or the floor hold you up, and your tummy's going to rise and fall with the breath. So if anybody wants to do that, go for that. Because I don't want you to have tension in the back. You had to learn to belly breathe. Oh, so Chicane just said she was in a body cast as a baby. I forgot that, honey. Oh my God. Wow. Now, this is a really interesting thing, Chicane. So she said 3 important things. She said that her mid muscles in the back are sore from breathing. It's because she had to learn to belly breathe because she was in a body cast as a baby. So what happened is your nervous system learned how to survive as a very small child in a body cast. And when you got out of the body cast, your nervous system stays in that mapping. It doesn't automatically change. So maybe even now we can keep working on that. I have an amazing story about Kerry. It's in the support section in my book. And it's about Kerry, who was in a wheelchair because of a motorcycle accident for a year. And then we had to get the support and breath in the right place because her legs had been dormant. So we had to get this part of her body active, like the support that we're doing right now. And she had so much tension up here because those were her legs for a year. And so I don't know what the baby went through. I really don't. But it's interesting that you've got this pain. What I suggest is to lie on your back and just let the belly rise and fall and tell your body, honey, that you're safe, and tell your body that, yes, you don't have to expand the back. Just let it surrender. It will expand on its own. I think that's what's happening. And it's just waking up those muscles that were dormant for a long time. And so your nervous system is going, what the heck is going on right now? What are we doing? And you're like, it's okay. And just surrender. And with time, it won't be painful at all. You just have to reorganize the mapping of your body. Does that make sense? So Chicane says, your book should be delivered to me tomorrow. Yay! Good. So definitely, you're going to go through the breath, but the support chapter is going to be very interesting for you, honey, especially Kerry's legs, I call it. It's really an interesting story. It's very similar. It's kind of parallel to yours in a way. Makes sense. Good. So Roger, he's asking if the breath and support are different. Absolutely, they're different because one is inhale and the other is exhale. You can't do them at the same time. Can we inhale and exhale at the same time? No. So did you see my card? Oh, where's my card? Here it is. So notice, when I say the breath, I'm talking about inhale, okay? And I make this very clear on the page in the book. So really understand, the breath is only the inhale. Now we're going to support, which is the exhale. That's when you sneeze, you inhale, and then support, you go, achoo. That's connected to the support, the exhale. When we laugh, the belly button is going to swing in. This is the protection for your vocal cords to not hit each other. And yes, they are two different things, inhale and exhale. So breath is tummy out, support is belly button in, not out. No. The breath is, okay, let me explain again. You have to really listen because this is important. I know you're listening, but it's sort of interesting. So when we inhale, the diaphragm is contracting and dropping down, sent by the phrenic nerve. It's pushing aside the organs. That's why the tummy comes out. Nobody tells you that. They tell you, do a belly breath. What does that mean? What is belly breathing? There's no breath down here. There's no air down here. But the belly does come out. Why? Because the diaphragm is pushing aside the organs as it drops down, creating a vacuum in the lungs so the air can fill up. So what we think of is air, where the air is. The air enters here and then goes down. And yes, we have to release the tummy so the diaphragm can do its work. If we don't release the tummy and we hold the tummy really tight, then it's jammed, or we go high. So that's why it's so important to release the tummy. So just be sure, Roger, to really read the breath chapter again. So important to get the understanding. So the inhale, this releases out. Now exhale, what's happening in the body, in the anatomy, is that the diaphragm now is relaxing and rising up. So we're working following the exhale with the belly button following the diaphragm rising. So it's kind of what I call a swinging motion. So do this S with me. Inhale, tummy comes out. Why? Diaphragm has pushed aside the organs. And then the belly button swings in. Do that with me. Now notice the sternum's popping out because there's no tension here. That's just a great way to see if you're in the hookup. And again, this is the same action the body uses when you sneeze. Achoo! Same action when we laugh, when we speak. We always have to initiate with this action. Yeah. Lisa, this is connecting me with the pattern of not good enough. Wow. From 20 years ago, because I did not get leading roles and didn't have family support to follow my dream to be a singer and actress. Yeah, that's really deep, sweetie. And you know what? There's still time. Yeah, I tell you, it's really hard when people around you are saying no. So you've just joined us here. You've got a community of people who believe that you get to do your dream, whatever it may be. Again, we say, this is my dream or something better. Like ask the universe, this is what I want or something better. And we have the Setrakianators. They're on Instagram and Facebook. Come join the group called Setrakianators. It's a community. They joined the fan club. I didn't do it. They did the fan club. And it's a community of everybody supporting each other. So please join that. We got to get our tribe around us, right? We've got to get the tribe of people. And sometimes it's not our family and closest friends. Sometimes it's not. So you get to find yours. But what I love about what you just said is that this is the song. You get to drop into all that pain that you walk around with all the time. And we are going to lift it to art. And you're going to get to sing, baby, look at me and tell me what you see. You get to tell them and go, no, I get to do it. I am enough. Right? So this is great. Great, great, great. JV. Hi, honey. Yeah, you're late. No, don't worry. You've been with me before, so just pick up. Absolutely. Yay, Lisa. Good, honey. And you guys, who are here, I know you guys support each other so much during our classes and during our YouTube lives. So thank you for sharing that, Lisa, because you're not alone. So many people have felt that. And sometimes it's somebody who says they support you, but then there's this little thing that suddenly they get jealous and they don't support you. That's very insidious, So all of us have felt that at some point or another. So it's not an easy one. And as Oprah says, we want to get that team around you that fills you up, that makes your glass so flowing over. That's what friendship is. That's what true support is. And those who can't do it, you don't have to hate them. We bless them with love and say thank you. And maybe, they're on the outside circle. They're not your closest, the intimate people. You don't have to share with everybody what you're doing, just the ones that really, really believe in you. And if you only have one, that's okay. One is not bad. And I'm telling you, if you go to the Setrakianators, you'll have a team over there. And they will jump to listen, to hear you. And you can tell your story, whatever you want. It's really important that we have that. Right, JD? You're a Setrakianator. It's really great over there. So fun. Lisa, you can do it. She's 79 and refining her dream of acting. Thank you, Leah. Oh, isn't that amazing? Leah's so inspirational. 79, and she's just this gorgeous goddess. And okay, so here we go. Here's the pictures. Super belly button. This is the exhale, Roger. We've already done the inhale for the breath. Now we're doing the super belly button moving in. Yes, the belly goes out when we inhale. Why? Because the diaphragm is pushing down, pushing the organs aside. We have to surrender the belly so the diaphragm can move down. If we hold it tight, the diaphragm gets jammed. It can't do its work. It's involuntary. We have to just let it do its work. How do we do that? We surrender and take a breath here, and that's enough. Now, the belly button swings in. Oh, Erin's a new Setrakianator. Woohoo! Oh, Erin. I got to tell you, you rock. Okay. And Erin, you sing opera. I want to hear your opera voice. You better send a video. I want to hear it. Okay. So the amazing super belly button. I'm powerful and vulnerable. So remember, this is advanced today. We're not just mechanically doing it. We are inhaling into the need. And now we're exhaling. Let's see our person over there. Or no, let's see the merda. Let's see the shit over here. And let's send the S to the bad place. This is sternum's jumping out. Now, notice I'm not saying to grab your core. People talk about their core. This is not the gym. This is voice technique, and it's how your body actually works. So I'm not asking you to jam up here. If I do, look what happens to my neck. Gets all inflated and jammed. Instead, these muscles are supple. It makes sense because the diaphragm has to be free to go up and down. We are sending from the belly button, as my great maestra Phyllis Curtin taught me, it's following the diaphragm. That's why it's the swinging motion. It's so cool, you guys, because this is streamlining. This is getting our support completely economically connected. So this is how singers can do 8 shows a week on Broadway. It's crazy, the schedule. S. Are you seeing the sternum pop out? Do you see that, Roger? If you see it, you're good. Here's a picture of the swing. It's swinging in, or scoop is another word. I like using the word scoop, but there's not the word scoop in Italian. So this is an Atalena in Italian, or scooping in, scooping in. And here's a wonderful picture of the sternum popping out. When Christopher Gunn and I found that we put the little characters in the organs and in the bones and in the structure, it was just so much fun. Yes, I got it. Belly button swinging in is the support. Woo-hoo! Excellent. And you know what, Roger? Your questions are so good because I think those of us who already got it, great. But on the other hand, we can relearn and go, oh, yes. And some people don't get it. So this is really helpful. Now, I talk about this energy of the belly button moving in. I've never said hold, have I? It's not called the revolutionary hold. It's called the revolutionary send. So it's like the sensation of 2 balls spinning around each other. So let's do this. You can either let's try a tongue trill. Can't do that. Push up. And the belly button still swinging in. Do this hand over hand motion. It's like a referee in basketball doing the travel. When they walk and they, you know what I mean? A referee doing the travel signal. Now you can't get your lips to vibrate. Don't blow air from the back. It's not the back is actually more closed here, just natural. Not so let it only vibrate in the front. And if you're still having trouble, you can push up here, just away from the corners of your mouth. See how fleshy it is? And that will help you. Okay? So it's a sensation, it's moving. Now, let's see our person on the 4th wall. See, go to the center this time. And we're going to send it to our person. Whether, Aaron, you're looking into the mirror. I think Leah, you're seeing your wonderful choir master who's really nice to you. No, the choir master was mean. It was the other person. Who was it? You know who I mean. So the one who said, yes, you can sing. That's who we're sending it to, the person in the middle. We breathe into the need to be the star, and send to them. Beautiful. My nose itches, and that's a good thing. That means I've got the vibration here. Remember last week I couldn't do the lip trill if I use support, which is the fuel basically. I'm now able to do the lip trill. Yeah, this is incredible, Roger. What I always say is if your lips aren't buzzing, it's most likely that you are not connected to your support. So it's so cool. It gives us the information. And, you know, when you're doing the lip trill, you really can't damage your voice. So it's a great way to practice with like training wheels on. Sometimes like I'll be at the subway in New York and I'll go, okay, let me make sure I'm in my voice. And I'll go, whoo, whoo, whoo. I'll be like, oh my God. And then I'm not connected. And then I'll really bring in the belly button. And I'll realize my energy is really low. This, you said it's the fuel. I call it the motor. It's like turning the key on up to the motor of the car or the boat. And then it keeps rumbling, keeps moving. And we bring the, you know, the engine doesn't hold, it sends. Good. So here's our S. The belly button swings in. If you see the sternum popping out, most likely you are in the hookup. Amazing. Okay, so now we're going directly to resonance. And what's resonance? The front passage resonance. Okay, here we go. We're now going to hook up the breath and the support to our voice. We are now going to say, yes, we have vocal cords. That's fine. They're vibrating. They're doing their thing, but they're also involuntary. We don't want to focus in on the vocal cords. Now, I always say this, but it's for you scientists. So there's kind of proof in this. There's a quantum theory that says if you focus on a molecule or if you observe a molecule, the molecule changes. So if we're focusing in on our throat, because there are teachers, I don't know why, I don't agree, who say to think about your vocal cords in your throat and try to manipulate your throat. To me, this is anatomy. We can study it, we can look at it, see what's happening. That's great, but that's not voice technique. Even as I say that, my throat starts closing. I'm not even kidding. Instead, we are going to focus in on what I call the front passage. This is what I call the dominant resonator. This isn't the only resonator, but it's the dominant resonator. This is where we speak out of, where we're singing. Now, ladies, we also have a chest resonator here. Men, you have a chest resonator too, but when you belt, so-called belt, the sound does not change. Men, you only have to think about this resonator and then going up and down this resonator. Ladies, we have more choices, which I'm going to go through. But right now, everybody has to be connected to this, at least in your speaking, that it has to be the dominant resonator. Ladies, if I made my chest voice my dominant resonator when I'm speaking, I would be talking like that. Hello, this is my voice. Now, if I didn't have my chest resonator connected at all to my voice, I'd be speaking like that. It would be like, you know, those people who kind of talk up there. It's very Michael Jackson. That's without any, and men, that would be the same for you. But all we have to focus on right now, don't worry about the other resonators. Think about this being your dominant resonator. So what it is we have bones and cartilage, like this bottle. Pretend it's bones and cartilage. And inside are air pockets, and they vibrate. And so they're a part of your fabulous timbre, of your personal voice. Nobody has your voice. Not only the vocal cords, but also these resonators, these air pockets that vibrate against your bones and cartilage. That's part of your personal voice. Okay. Hi, Isabel. So happy you're here, honey. We're reviewing, so you'll catch up quickly. Okay, let's take a moment to have some water. Are you standing with me? Be sure to stand up now. Don't sit down. No crossing your arms, no crossing your legs. If you have to sit down, okay, I understand, but stay uncrossed. You are not to cross your legs. Okay, so we're going to breathe into the sensation of the need, and our need today is to be the star. How do we find the need? A time where you didn't feel like you were worthless, a time you felt worthless, like you were a little piece of dirt. We're breathing into that sensation. And now we're going to see the place where we didn't feel good, where the place where that thing happened that you didn't feel good. We're going to do an S to that place. Now see your person, the person who believes in you, the person who thinks that you want to do this with. Yeah, the person you want to be on your team, that's going to be your person. Now, we're going to go for sensation of vibration around our mouth. Do the S first. Now take a breath. Instead of the S, we're going to go, Do that with me. Inhale. Standing tall. Yes, Leah. Good job. S. New breath. Ooh, I feel tickle on my nose. Now, you might not feel it on your cheeks, but put your hands here. This is to remind our body that this is our dominant resonator. Do an S. New breath. Instead of S, you're going to bring the belly button in and say, me, right to your person. Say that. Me. Good. Inhale, say ma, ma. Inhale, say ma, ma. Now you're going to say fame. Inhale, fame. Again, fame. Now the F is really interesting because the F is front. Like it's not voiced, meaning there's no, it's not, if it was a it would be a V vowel. Unvoiced is an F. But it brings our voice very forward because the F, we say it with our front teeth on the lip here. So that's really helpful because we don't want it to drop back. Fame. Good. Now we're going to do a karate chop and we're going to bring the belly button in and we're going to speak fame right to your person. Again, fame. Now this time you're going to push them away. Fame. Say that. Fame. Good. Now we're going to say, baby, look at me. Ready? Baby, look at me. Now notice the belly button is initiating this phrase. Baby, look at me. Keeps moving in. Brrr. Try lip trill. Brrr. Now see your person. Baby, look at me. Good. Now we're going to put pitch on that. And I'm going to see my person. And I'm going to say, baby, look at me. Say that with a pitch. And baby, look at me. Baby, look at me. Right around your mouth. Speak it. Baby, look at me. Now get their attention. Gonna make they're away from you. Make them turn around. Baby, look at me. Good. Woo! Again. And baby, look at me. Now we're going to stay on the same note. We're not going up right now. Just say, and tell me what you see. And tell me what you see. Say that. And tell me what you see. Let's speak it. And tell me what you see. Now sing it with that one note. And tell me what you see. Good. So what we're connecting, you guys, is the breath support, sending, initiating, and speaking and putting pitch on it. Baby, look at me. Baby, look at me. And tell me what you see. Breath. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Say that. You ain't seen the best of me yet. To speak it. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Now sing it. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Give me time. I'll make you forget the rest. Say that. Give me time. I'll make you forget the rest. Ooh, this is good. I was talking to Oprah. Who are you talking to? Give me time. I'll make you forget the rest. Now put that one pitch on it. We're not doing the melody yet. Give me time and I'll make them forget the rest. Give me time. I'll make you forget the rest. Again, give me time. I'll make you forget the rest. Now say, I got more in me. Say that. I got more in me. Now pitch. I got more in me. I got more in me. Sing that. I got more in me. Are you connecting this belly button? Breath, belly button, speech, belly button, pitch on the speech. People call this, speech level singing. I call it the talkie voice. We're doing the talkie voice. And you can set it free. Say that. And you can set it free. Now put the pitch on it. And you can set it free. I can catch the moon in my hands. Say that. I can catch the moon in my hands. Say it to your person. I can catch the moon in my hands. Now see your dream. Over here's your dream. Oh, see your dream? I can catch the moon in my hands. Now sing it on the one note. I can catch the moon in my hands. Good. Don't you know who I am? To your person. Don't you know who I am? Belly button. Don't you know who I am? Put pitch on it. Don't you know who I am? Cool. Now we're going to warm up our voice going up the scale so we can sing the high notes. How you doing? What are you aware of? I know that was just 3 elements. Well, more than 3. We've got our need. You're in the sensation of the need to be the star. You've got your 4th wall. You've got your points. You've got your person. You've got the place of the dirt that we feel like a piece of dirt. And you got your dream. Whoa, that already. We're breathing into the sensation of the need. Now we're sending breath support, sends to your resonance this front passage. And right now we're just around your mouth. Okay. So the lowest notes in our range always live around the mouth. Baby, look at me. Baby, look at me. Now that's a middle C. Men, you're always an octave lower. Okay, so men, your voice lives an octave lower. Baby, look at me. Good. So now when we go up the scale, we're going up what I call the floors. So just to be more clear. Where did it go? I don't know. Okay. So the first layer is the front passage. Now we're layering on top of the front passage what I call the floors. That means as we go up the scale, we're going to think about going up the floors of this. Yep. So let's try the lip trill or the tongue trill. Now let's do the lip trill. You do that with me? Push up. So can you just be aware that you're guiding it, belly button guiding it straight up. Whoa, my nose itches today. Is that working for you? So we're going straight up the floors. Now, the most important thing about going up the scale is this. We have my bottle. Here it is. Okay, so let's say the bottle is the front passage, right? We've got bones, cartilage. I'm going to blow into the bottle. Now, when we sing up the scale, this is what's happening in the body. In the body, what's happening? We sing up the scale. This is anatomy. This is not voice technique. This is just understanding the anatomy. What's happening in our throat is the vocal cords get longer and skinnier, and they vibrate quicker, much quicker. Quicker like that. Now, here's the question. When we go higher, is the space for that note to vibrate bigger or smaller than the space for a low note? Huh. Does the space for that note to vibrate for a higher note bigger or smaller than the space for a low note? Or is the low note bigger or smaller than a high note? Let me ask you that way. Is the low note a bigger space or smaller space? Is the high note smaller or bigger? You can answer me here. Okay, Mara says that a high note is a smaller space. Did you guys all agree with that? Haley says the same. Hi, Haley. Awesome. Chicane, the low note has a bigger space. Okay. So let's check what these gals are saying, because everyone's saying the same so far. Should we all agree with that? I've got the water level right here. Here's my space. Now, I'm going to go water my plants. I'm going to get rid of the water. Don't go away. Can you hear me? So keep telling me what you think. Will it be, I'm going to water my plants. So when I water my plants, I'm going to have more space in the bottle. I'm going to have more space in the bottle. Okay. So let's see. I now have more space in the bottle. So if I have more space, according to Chicane and Mara, this will be a lower note. That's where we were before. Let's see what the note is. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to do it again because I think it went down a whole octave. Da. It went so low that I couldn't really hear it. Da. Whoa. Yes. So there's our proof. The lower note is a bigger space and the higher note has a smaller space. So what do we do with that as the singer? Well, we've got the front passage. We've got our floors going up. As we go up the scale, going up here, it's like it's going to get smaller and smaller. This is going to be really important. If I try to go bigger, oh, it dissipates. Perfect, easy, economical, fun to do, not a problem. Oh, my throat hurts, it opens. So what we're doing is we're just singing out of the physics of the world. Like this is the physics of singing. So, baby, look at me and tell me what you see. Okay. So we're going to do a little exercise. We're going to do a classical voice exercise, meaning lots of vibration. We did this last week. And then I'm going to talk to the men about how we're going to style for pop rock. And ladies, we're going to talk about how we focus on pop rock for our residents. Okay? So we've got our person in the center point. Yeah? We've got our place that is just the little place of where we felt like we weren't enough, a piece of dirt. And we've got our dream. We've got our dream. Okay? So what I'd love you to do is we're going to throw the ball. I love throwing the ball. So we're going to use the word forever. No, let's see. Set it free. I always love to use a phrase that's in the song. So I'm going to live forever. I'm going to learn how to fly. So let's say fly high. I'm going to use those words, fly high. So what's the vowel of fly and high? Well, actually, it's what's called a diphthong with an F, diff. It's not a diphthong. Actually, it's called a diphthong because it's D-I-P-H, which is an F, which Terry Dixon, my teacher in grad school, told me, and I believe him. So I'm just going to say it like that. That's what I love, those little details. So what a diphthong is two vowels, fly, high. Now in English, this is different than Italian, but in English, we have to stay on the first vowel. So you don't so fly, we go fly. Then the E comes at the very end. Then you're down here. Okay. So we're going to go to fly high. So the fly, stay on the ah vowel, catch this ball. Here's an S. New breath. Fly high. 2 floors, fly high. Throw it to me. S. New breath. Fly high. Good. Now, I'm going to a new floor a little bit higher. Fly high. Send it to me. S. Breath. Fly high. Now, is it getting bigger up there or smaller? Slowly but surely, it's getting smaller. S, catch this ball. Fly high. Throw it to me. S, fly high. I like to think of it like a laser beam. Like it's this laser beam coming through. S, catch this ball. Fly high. Send it to me. Fly high. Now, if you're trying to open it, fly high. It's going to hurt. So go more a more narrow space. S. Fly high. Send it to me. Fly high. Good. One more time. Fly high. Throw it to me. Fly high. Good. Now, ladies, we're going to go very soprano-y, very head voice, very sparkle. Men, it's a higher floor. It's a tighter space. You don't have to worry about sparkle. This is a hormonal thing. Guys, just think of a tighter space, and here we go. So men, let's do the men. S. Fly high. Good. Throw it back. Fly high. Ladies, we're going to sparkle on top. S, N. Fly high. Throw it back. Fly high. Good. Let's jump up to here. Okay. So this note is a passaggio note. And I got the question earlier, what do I do in a passaggio note? How do I make a passaggio, or he called it the break? I don't call it your break. It's the passage between your low and your high. For every voice, no matter what your range is, a B natural and an E natural is your passaggio note. We already did it before. I should have pointed it out. Now we're at the E natural. Now, there's always an exception to every rule. So you might say, but that's not my passaggio. I have a different note. Okay, I believe you, but I can't work with you right now personally. But just in general, and you'll notice all composers write in these notes. They write there because it's harder to sing and it's more exciting in the voice. They write, whether it's Leonard Bernstein or Jason Robert Brown or Sondheim or some of these great pop rock singers. Stephen Schwartz, they write in the passaggio when they want it to be exciting. So us as a singer, what do we do to sing in the passaggio? Again, I don't say it's your break because you're not broken. I don't want our verbiage to say, oh, it's my break, and that means I can't do it. Yes, you can. So what do we do? Remember, I was talking about how you go up the floors to a smaller space, right? Well, that's what we're doing. We're going up the floors and it's smaller. Now, it's going to be a little more what I'll call compartmentalized. Some people talk about placement. This is a moment where you might really say, I'm placing it here. It's in a compartment. It's got to be a tighter space, and we have to have more support. Obviously, I don't want you to grab your throat and your neck muscles and try to grab it. Just think about the space being tighter. For men, I fly. For ladies, if we're doing a soprano overtone, I fly. Just think of it more in a more compartmentalized space. Now, Leah, this might be too high for you, and don't worry. Let's go back down to the B natural. I fly. I fly. So it's going to be more energy support, and just think of this compartment. I fly. Another thing I like to do is a karate chop, especially for the men. I fly. That's going to give you more of this energy. It's like a bridge. Of course, a bridge, what does it have? It's got a foundation. It's got the things that go into the ground. It's sturdy and steady for you to cross from one place to another. It's the same kind of image. A sturdy, steady, you got that support. And then the space is tighter. So if you try to release it, I fly. It has more of this opportunity to open. Even if I'm going, I fly, it'll feel really weird. I fly. It's more compartmentalized and more solid. The lower range was good. Yeah, that's why I did that for you, honey. This upper stuff, don't you worry about that right now. You've got so much range in your lower voice. We are not going to freak you out. Now, the reason why I want to go higher is that for you high sopranos, at the end of our song, I want you to sing the high notes. So this will be fun. Okay. Let's do I Fly. I'm going to do men first. Now, ladies, when I demonstrate for the men, I'm also demonstrating a high belt voice, which I'll talk about later. But what we're doing, maybe I'll tell you now. If I'm doing this in my soprano, I'm letting the overtones ring. I fly. Do that with me, sopranos. S. I fly. Now, it's impossible to belt or bring up a chest voice up to that note. We're going to do a chest warm-up right after this. But what you do is you basically take out the overtones. I fly, 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 fly. It's the same floor. It's not bringing up any chest. It's impossible with the anatomy. It's impossible to bring up full chest up here, but we're faking them out. Because we're taking out the overtones, and overtones are those sparkly, beautiful tones we don't hear with our ear. We're taking them out, making it strident, and that's how we belt high. So let's get the men. And it's cool because you just think about your front passage and you just think of a tighter space. If you want vibrato in there, great. Ladies, if you want to do it with me, you want to try the high note with a belt high, it's here. I'll demonstrate. S. I fly. Men and ladies who want to belt, sing that. I fly. Now, ladies, we're going to do the soprano. This is more your opera voice. What am I doing? I'm just letting the overtones release and vibrate. I fly. Sing it to me. I fly. Now, of course, that's a little easier. Why? Because we don't have to take away the overtones. But again, you have to have your support. If you have your support and you're not tightening your throat and your neck, you're just trusting the tighter space. We have the space, but everything else has to release. You're not going to hurt yourself. It'll be great. But for soprano, it's just got this ease. I fly. So there's less tension in the tone. And that's why many opera singers say, oh, belting hurts you and stuff like that, because they don't know how to do it. They were never taught how to do it because it's not in that style. So if you're doing it with the correct support and understanding the physics of all this, it's going to be safe and easy. But if you don't know what you're doing, last week I had the question of her old teacher would say, bring your chest up to the highest notes. If you're trying to bring up chest voice to that, you're going to hurt yourself. So, okay, now let's keep going. Ladies, here we go. Men, you can join us if you want. S. I fly. Men, you're here. Ladies, we're here. Now remember, it's a higher floor and a smaller, sparkly space. S. S. I fly. Good. Go back. I fly. Then it's going to be a tighter space. I fly. Good. One more. Ladies. I fly. Think of a tiny space through the laser beam. I fly. Good. Men. I fly. I'm going to throw it to you. I fly. Back to me. I fly. That's our high notes. Woo. Okay. Now, ladies, I'm going to give you something quickly, just because so many people ask. Okay. How are you doing? What are you aware of? He's sending me messages, and I'll answer your questions. Now I'm going to just tell the ladies something. So this was our front passage, right? This is our dominant resonator. We go up the floors. It's got to be a smaller space for those high notes. That's why I can keep talking to you and not get tired, because I'm in the physics. I've got my support. Like, I understand I have to have support. I understand where it's going to live. I trust it. And then I go. I have to, even Pavarotti said, they would ask him, how do you know you're going to hit the high note? You know that, right? He goes, no, I never know if I'm going to hit it. We have to set it up and live it. So that's a really important component, ingredient in our singing. And that's where I think the personalization and the emotions come in handy, because we go to that and we send to our person, and then it becomes this integrated thing that makes it so special, so connected. And then your tone becomes something that I can't teach you, because it's connected to your true emotions. It's so beautiful. Okay. Great, bingo. You're more connected to your higher notes. I love it. Okay, ladies, we're getting to the song, I promise. We're going to go for only chest voice for a moment. This, men, if you do this with me, you can, but the fact is your voice doesn't change. Ga. Let's try that. Ga. It's an NG. Ga. Now we're going to release we're going to shake like Tevye and Fiddler. No tension here. Lots of support. It's vibrating in your chest. Ga. Good. Now we're not going to do a full bell class today. I've got some others on my YouTube channel. If you go to my Monday series number 10, I go through a whole belting thing. So Monday series number 10, ladies, if you want to do that, go for it. But right now, how do I connect that to the top of the song? Baby, look at me. Good. Now, as we go up, and tell me, now if I did it soprano, and tell me what you see, that would be with the overtones and the vibrato. Obviously, that's not the style of the song, is it? So what are we going to do? We're going to do what I talked about with the tighter space. And tell me what you see. What? Now, if I did it soprano, and tell me what you see. Instead, lots of belly button. I better stand because I'm making you stand. And tell me what you see. Good. Let's throw the ball, and we're going to do a karate chop. Men, you just sing up the floors, and you can use straight tone. And tell me what you see. Straight tone gives us some more pop feel, doing scoops, stuff like that. Now, it's not my personal home base, so I'm learning the stylings too. You have to learn the stylings to make it more poppy. So, but we don't lose our belly button support. Yes. Now, ladies, let's try it. Let's try it like a soprano. And tell me what you see. Good. Now we're going to do it pop, and we're going to do it's the same pyramid, getting more narrow, but it's also going straight tone. And tell me what you see. If you keep it in straight tone, that'll be a great way to go to your pop. Now, pop might be your home base, so you don't have to even hear that. And tell me what you see. Yeah, going up the floors, tighter space. One more time. And tell me what you see. There it is. So now we get to do the song. Is that making sense? For someone like Aaron, who's an opera singer first, for men, you don't have to worry too much. Just take the vibrato out. Rather than, and tell me what you, and tell me what you can even do a little scoop. What you see, you ain't seen the best. The more straight tone you go, if you're a classical singer first, the more straight tone you go, that's the key to get into the pop styling. For men, that's what styling is. You can do opera with your full vibration of the overtones, Or you can add the straight tone and scooping, and then you're more in your pop voice. Okay? Yay! All right, so we're doing great. Yes, Mara, set it up and live it. That is correct. Okay, I've got some nice responses. Bingo, when you go lower, it's kind of weird, especially if I go very low. Now, the lowest notes, please, you have to keep it only at your mouth. Only here. Don't try to go there. No, 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 no. Right here. So I kind of told you wrong in regards to the chest voice. The chest voice is an example, ladies, of if I was doing Shame from I Dream a Dream. Shame. It's only in my chest. We're not doing that in Fame. We're not doing that resonator. We're actually keeping it around our mouth. Okay, so this is more our mixed pop voice. In I Dreamed a Dream, we can bring up full chest all the way up to a B flat, and that's the other lesson on the Monday series number 10. I go through that really point by point. So I'm sorry if I said too much information. I want to confuse you. So right now, for this song, right at your mouth, and it's mixing, meaning we're taking out the straight, we're taking out the vibrato. We're just doing straight tone. Yes. Okay. I hope that helps. You're more comfortable in the higher notes. Okay, cool. So just remember the lowest notes only. Let's do 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. Keep it short. Keep it at your mouth. 3 blind mice. Mouth. 3 blind mice at your 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 mouth. 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. It's a low note, but I'm keeping it in my mouth. Mice. Okay, that's what I mean. I hope that helps. Let me know. So JV, you took a long trip yesterday. You got to listen to my entire book. Oh my God. Oh, thank you, honey. My audiobook. Thank you for you got to listen to my entire book. Oh my God. Oh, thank you, honey. My audiobook. Thank you for bringing that up. It's my heart, my pride and joy. I had the best time with my team. I'm so glad you were. Did you sing along? Did you get to do the exercises? I sure hope so. Okay, let's get to the song. We're almost there. This is great. Okay, back to drink some water. So we've got our fourth wall. Remember, that's just to organize us. It's to get it. So also the fourth wall is really helpful so you don't close your eyes and try to find it. You don't like get scared of the audience. They're there, but it's a way to concentrate and focus on your story. So it gives you a focus. So also the eyes are the window to your soul. So if you're looking down or shutting your eyes, the audience can't get in. So these tools help the audience get into your eyes, which are the window to your soul. Okay. Struggling with lower notes anyway. Okay, well, I think it's fun because most people worry about higher notes. So let's not worry about your lower notes. If you want to send me a video, I'm happy to check out your lower notes, bingo. So you guys can send me a video like Mara did this morning. You can go to my website, and it's best like she did. She did a private video on YouTube link, and then I can go right there and check it out. So feel free to do that. You found a couple new high notes, you AJV, and you've got this gorgeous low voice, so it's great. Okay, let's walk through this once. Now we're getting to action. So we did the breath, inhale. We did the support, belly buttons. We did the resonance, going to the front passage. We did the floors, going up the floors for the higher notes. We did the pyramid, higher notes need a smaller space. We did the fourth wall. That's the imaginary wall. We did the personalization. You've got 3 points, and I talk about it in my book where I use this person, place, and dream. So we've got the person who's you want to be on the team with, you want them to bring you there, you want them to come with you, Or it could be the person that said no, and you're like, no, look at me now. I'm awesome. Then we've got our place, the place of the sad part, the place that didn't work. We've got the dream, the place that did work. So that's your fourth wall and your personalization. Then we have sensory conditions. So let's just use sunshine. Just stay in sunshine as we do this. That's a great one to get us. If you still feel fear, using sensory condition is a beautiful way to get out of the analytical mind and get into your body. So just see your person and stay in the sunshine and just say, baby, look at me. Baby, look at me. Stay in sunshine. Good. Then we've got the need to be the star. How do we find this need? We go to the worst day when you weren't the star, when you weren't somebody special and didn't feel like you were somebody special. You are, but you didn't feel it. So what was the thing that person said to you, and what did you want to say? You say it now. That gets you connected to the sensation of the need. Okay, now we've got the action. Yeah, Bingo's just saying she wants to work on, I think you're a woman, you want to work on the low notes more. That's fine. Just remember, the lowest floor is around your mouth. So keep it around your mouth. Okay, so as we walk through the action, we're going to get their attention right away. So the first one, belly button, and it's right around your mouth, and you tell them, baby, look at me. Do that. Baby, look at me. Now here we go up the floors, and keep with your person, and tell me what you see. Do a good karate chop. Say it again. And tell me what you see. And then you ain't seen. Sorry, get the thing. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Give me time, I'll make you forget the rest. So this whole action is get up in his face or her face. Get up into the face of your person and tell them. That's your action. Try that again. Baby, look at me and tell me what you see. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Give me time, I'll make you forget the rest. Good. See your person again. You're going to rip into them. You're going to say, you got to see it, honey. I got more in me. And you can set it free. And you can set it free. I can catch the moon in my hand. Don't you know who I am? Remember my name. Okay? So that's the action at the beginning. The first action is get into their face and then tell them I can do it all. And you don't know it. I can do it all. You don't know it yet, but I can. Everything right to his face. Here we go. One more time. Get up in his face and then say, I'm the one. I can do it. Baby, look at me and tell me what you see. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Give me time, I'll make you forget the rest. Good. Keep going. I got more in me. I got more in me. And you can set it free. I can catch the moon in my hand. Don't you know who I am? Remember my name. Same. Good. So those are those actions. Now, the next action is you're going to be Peter Pan. You're going to fly. Here we go. I'm going to find my, yeah. I'm going to live forever. Remember my name, Fame. I'm going to live forever. I'm going to learn how to fly high. So that's all Peter Pan, Peter Pan. I hope you're standing up and flying. Good. Now, the need here is to be the star. And here we're going to expose the fear. We're going to expose that it doesn't feel like we're enough. I feel it coming together. People will see me and cry, flame, fame. I'm going to make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame, fame. So that's where you can expose this need that you're like, I'm not enough. And you're going to say, I'm not enough. And then I'm going to live forever. We're going to be Liza Minnelli and dance it out. I'm going to live forever. Now we're going to get to the person and say, baby, read my lips. Baby, remember my name. You can do that note. Baby, remember my name. Or you can do, baby, remember my name. Go all the way up the scale. Okay. Oh my God. Here we go. So again, we'll do it with this. It's going to be fame. I'm going to live forever. We're going to start with Peter Pan. I'm going to yell it out here. We're just going to do it. I'm going to live forever. Do Peter Pan. Fly high. Learn how to fly high. I feel it coming together. We expose the need, the fear. I'm going to make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame. Fame. We're going to dance it out. To the person, remember my name. There it goes. All right. So here we go. We're going to do it again. I'm going to find my thing. Here it is. Okay. Ready to go? You got it? Oh, good. I got 16 back. Here we go, guys. Whew. Okay. Get your S. Feel the emotion. Go to the thing you wanted to say. I can do it. You're wrong. Where are you? It's mine. I want to do it. It's mine. You're in connection with the need to be the star. We've got our person there that believes in us. Maybe they don't believe in us. We're going to get in their face and say, come on. I've got Oprah. I'm going to go, come on, Oprah. Let's do this together. We got our dream over here. Yes, there's my dream. Okay. So we're going to do it a couple times. Got the person. You're standing. I'm sitting. Then I'm going to stand with you because I've got the track for the rest. Here we go. So this is slow motion. Really tell that person. You're sending the action. Get in his face and say, read my lips. Say, I've got this. Here we go. And baby, look at me and tell me what you see. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Give me time, I'll make you forget the rest. I got more in me. Their face, and you can set it free. I can catch the moon in my hands. Don't you know who I am? Remember my name. I'm gonna live forever. Do Peter Pan. Hi. I feel it coming together. People will see me and cry, fame, heaven. I'm going to make it to heaven. Be in heaven, light up the sky like a flame, fame. I'm going to live forever. Baby, remember my name. So, for fame, I'm going to live forever. We're going to fly like Peter Pan. I'm going to live forever. I'm going to learn how to fly high. Then come here and you're going to be in the need. I feel it coming together. People will see me and cry fame. Then heaven, we're going to reach up to heaven. I'm going to make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame, fame. And then we're going to do a dance like Liza. I'm going to live forever. Then we're going to shoot our person. Baby, remember my name. Straight up. Okay, here we go. Last time. You ready? Any question? Oh, you're a woman, bingo. Hi. I have one sip of water left. All set? Okay. We got all the elements. Oh my gosh. We've got breath, support, resonance. Remember going up the floor, smaller space. We've got our fourth wall with our personalization. There's the person here. Here's the little piece of dirt. Here's the dream that's going to serve us all. And then we've got our actions. We're going to get in the face during the first part of our person, really rip into them and tell them this is it. Then we're going to go into the chorus, fame. Here it is. We do Peter Pan. We're going to do Peter Pan. Then we're going to go exposing the need. We're going to reach for heaven. Yes, heaven, heaven, heaven. We're going to dance like Liza Minnelli. And then we're going to point at the person and say, it's mine. Okay. We're going to do it twice. Here we go. Last 2 times. See your person. Whoo! Got the sensation of the need. This is mine today. Come on over. Let's do this. That's my thing. You get your person. Tell your person, Aaron, this is me. Got it today. Baby, look at me and tell me what you see. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Give me time, I'll make you forget the rest. I got more in me, and you can set it free. I can catch the moon in my hands. Don't you know who I am? Remember my name. It's not working. Oh. Remember my name. Fame. I'm going to live forever. I'm going to learn how to fly higher. I feel it coming together. People will see me and cry fame. I'm going to make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame. Fame. I'm going to live forever. Baby, remember my name. Good. I'm glad we're doing it twice because I just didn't have this ready. Okay. Here we go. Now it's ready. Okay. Last time through. Any awareness before we go? Got it? S. Stand up. Personalization. Got our person. Got the need. Got your fourth wall. Got our movements. If not, just make them up as you go. Okay. Here we are. The need is to be the star. It's going to be mine. We're going to make it. You have to have the time where you didn't feel like the star. So now it's like, yes, I'm going to speak through that. And I tell you, Leah, it's the action. Get in that person's face. Don't listen to your voice. Just send it out. Here it comes. Baby, look at me and tell me what you see. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Give me time, I'll make you forget the rest. I got more in me, and you can set it free. I can catch the moon in my hands. Don't you know who I am? Remember my name? Fame. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly high. I feel it coming together. People will see me and cry fame. I'm gonna make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame. Fame. I'm gonna live forever. Baby, remember my name. Oh my God, this was crazy. Did I try to do too much? This was really cool. We did all 10 elements of the revolutionary send. Yay, Aaron. Oh my gosh. That was a lot. I had the best time with you guys. I hope you had fun too. I am grateful that you guys were here today, hanging with me. I know this was over 2 hours. We're now at 2 hours and almost 4 minutes. So this is cool. This was a lot of information. Oh, I'm so glad you had fun. Yay, Leah. Oh, yay, Roger. Excellent. Oh, good. You came. It was fun. I'm so glad. Leah, yes. So I'm just so grateful for you guys. I just, I'm really, really proud. And thank you for joining me for my 4 Wednesdays for Sing, my Mary's book series, because I really wanted to kind of go through the book, give you ideas about stories that you can go to, how it all kind of fits together. And Leah says, and I love that the last note that starts low and moves up. Isn't that fun? And you got up there? Wow, very impressive. Because I know you're worried about high notes, and see how the action helps when you have all of these elements together. Then you send on that action and your voice is free. Haley, I'm so grateful for you, honey. Thank you. And Lisa, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me here. This is awesome. So Chicane, I felt the high notes in front of the roof of my mouth instead of the back of my throat. Oh my God, that's huge. And it was effortless, right? This is fantastic. Oh, thank you, Leah, for you, sweetie. I can't even tell you how grateful I am for your support. It means a lot to me. So Erin says, I cannot thank you enough for this series. Oh my gosh, thank you sincerely again for everything you have done for me and everyone through the wise words in your book. Oh, Erin, I'm just over the moon and just thrilled you're here today and saying, hey. And he says, I suggest everyone buy the book. Oh, thank you, honey. If you're serious and passionate about singing, it can help you find your voice as it did for me. Thank you, darling. I'm just really honored. Here's Roger. Over the past month, you basically gave me a free master class that I would have paid for. Oh, honey, you are a special person. And on behalf of the class, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you, Roger. You know, I really believe, you know, I obviously have a studio. I have private students. I obviously charge money, but I'm also very happy to share this information. I really feel that everybody deserves to have the information. And if this is one way we can get it, it's really honestly my honor and delight. I'm thrilled that if you can pick up the book and have that in your arsenal, which is just awesome. It just really makes me happy. Aaron says he's not hyperbolic. Mary's profound way of expressing teaching as well as connecting the body and the voice. Thank you, sweetie. It's my life's work that changed, like I said in the beginning, changed my life. So to give you the information and understand you guys are receiving it, it's just, it's my dream come true, you know? That was fun. Yay, Mara. I can't wait because you've got such a beautiful classical voice, Mara. So this was cool. Aaron says, invaluable to me and shows level of benevolence and compassion not seen much in this world today. Oh, thank you, honey. Well, hopefully with kindness, we can all, you know, pass it forward. It's just really, this is the way. And to have this community and you a part of it. Oh, what a thrill. Now, Aaron says he's not in New York or ever see me in person. That's true, but I'll be watching for our next Zoom masterclass presentation. Thank you, sweetheart. Gonna miss these sessions, Ron. Hope there are more to come. Yes, there will be more, I promise. Oh, yay, Chicane, it was easy, right, honey? Excellent. You've learned so much, Roger, in the past month. Can't begin to say thanks. Thank you, and thank you for sharing spreading the word on the book. I mean, that means everything for me. I really appreciate it. Starting the one low analogy to sneak up to the high one so it doesn't scare you. Good, Leah. This is great. JV, oh, thank you, sweetie. Having you present is always such a treat. I'm glad that Bingo and others are saying that it was fun. This needs to be fun. You know, notice she said it was fun, and we went to some dark places today. We went to the dark place where we didn't feel like we were enough. But notice how we used that and we transformed it into art and made it fun. And made it fun to attack and say, this is mine. That's what this is for. It's not to go to the dark places and never come out. It's not called the revolutionary emotions. It's called the revolutionary send, which is sending all 10 elements together. And so those who might say, oh, but the emotions, they will hurt me. Well, if we only stayed in those emotions all day and didn't do anything with them, then I would leave you in pain and that wouldn't be fun. But we didn't, and it might hurt you or something. But this isn't hurting. This is using it, taking it, and transforming it into art and going all the way through it. So if you take the risk to go all the way through, it's going to be joyful. I mean, everyone's been saying this is fun. So that's saying, we got it right today. We got it right. I love that. And Delia, we are feeling grateful for you, Mary. Oh gosh, I received that because, you know, what I've learned is you want to give it out, but you also want to receive. So thank you. That's so beautiful. These master classes of yours are a gift to the world. You're a gift. Thank you, Leah. You're right back at you. I mean, it's like when you go online and you see Leah Bayer and what she gives to the world, even on just social media, it's just, you're divine, honey. So to have this exchange really means so much to me. Thank you. Oh, thank you to Leah again. Lisa, you agree. Great. I keep telling everyone I know all about you and your teaching. Thank you, sweetie. I want to buy your book whenever I can. Wonderful. So just so you guys know, the book is on Amazon. It's on Amazon worldwide. So whatever country you are, what you're, obviously in New York, or in the US, it's Amazon.com. They're different ones. I do have it in many forms. The most expensive is the hard copy, which I love because it's sort of there on the shelf. So it's like $30. The paperback is $25. The Kindle is just $20. And the audiobook, it's through Audible, so they choose the price. It's under $20. And so what I love is that you'll have it forever, so, and don't worry, just get it when you can. And if you haven't and you're passionate to do it, I'd so appreciate a 5-star review on Amazon, because that, like I said, it takes the algorithm, and I just want to reach people that need it. That's really my dream, is to reach people that need this book. If they don't need it, it's okay. But if they do, and it would help them, because again, what I say is the voice is really a spiritual channel, whether it's your speaking voice or your singing voice. And so many are told, like Leah was sharing, don't sing, don't do it. You sing off pitch. You don't sound good. Even people that I've worked with who have gorgeous voices were told, you don't sound good. Don't do it. It's like, how dare they tell you that? That's to make them more comfortable. Well, this is your channel. You have every right to yours. And that's my team that I'm on. Like the team, we got to support each other and use our communication. And as Aaron was pointing out, we need a world right now of this kindness and reaching out to each other and using our true voice and all of our emotions connected to it, and not dissipating the voice, not jamming it, not hurting it, not damaging it. We want it to be clean and clear and special, so that you get to have this in your life and with your loved ones, and your joy of singing on a stage, or just singing at church, or just singing in your temple, or just singing on your back porch, whatever it is, or in the shower. Isabel, this was intense. Yeah, it was an intense day, right? Thanks again for sharing with us generously and lovingly. Aw, thank you, sweetie. And the intensity, it's fun, right? You get the intensity, and then you get to speak through it and sing through it. Great work. So Kane says, my local voice teacher asked what I was doing differently because I've been able to break through emotion and learn to breathe. I told her about your class. She can't wait to see your book. She's 78. Oh, that makes me cry. Because to share this with colleagues, and it sounds like you love her, and maybe she says things differently. And if she can steal some things from my book and use it in her studio, I would be so honored. That would be amazing. You've literally changed my life. Oh, Chicane, I'm so grateful. I'm sharing your channel with others I know and need it. Thank you, honey. It just means everything to me. I'm just so honored for this platform, because to be on YouTube, it means I have a possibility of reaching a lot of people. And that's why I say Oprah, because we know she can reach a lot of people, Plus, I know she loves to sing, and I know Gayle King loves to sing. And I think if they had some of these tools, they would even be able to sing like in their shower or on a stage. So it makes me happy. So Chicane, your breathing technique should be taught to parents. Yeah, in children's hospitals. Wow. It would help them so much when releasing emotion and breathing. It's so cool that you're saying that, because I tell you, I want to send this and give workshops for the police department, so that the police can be in their emotions and be in their breathing and understand. I want to do it with Black Lives Matter, so that we have our voices are available and we can speak through our truth and through our kindness. I want to give it to parents who need the release to know how to, The list is endless. So this is amazing. If I'm trying to think of a way, to be able to do that. So if you think of a way to do that, let me know. One of my students, I'm going to be speaking to his kids. He's been using these techniques with his kids. Andrew Posner, he came on and publicly talked about it, that he's using personalization in his choir. He taught the kids how to breathe, and 50% of the kids were crying in the class. These are 4th and 5th graders. Why? I think because they were probably holding their emotions, like I did when I was a child, because they're very sensitive. So when you breathe like this, you cry, you get it out. And then he had them all sing to somebody they miss in their life. And he had them do these choral pieces. And they sent joy as their action. They sent joy and celebration. And he said they sang in tune. They had beautiful phrasing. Like, it was the best they'd ever sung. So these are wonderful tools to be shared. Notice they aren't new tools. It's just the organization of them is what I think makes them revolutionary for you. You take the tools and you make them for yourself. They're in themselves revolutionary. I'm just so excited to share them with you. Music therapy program at Lucille Packard Children's Hospital. At Stanford University. Yeah, because that's my alma mater. Wow. That's really cool, honey. Well, maybe I can think about that. Yeah, I would, you can always send my name to somebody, because sometimes it's hard to get into the institutions because they already have, people in place. And I really respect that. And I don't want to interfere. But if you know of anybody, like Andrew asked me, he said, could you come? Actually, I said, I'd love to come by and say hi to the class. So we're going to do that on Friday by Zoom. So anyway, I'm happy to hear more about those. And if you have people that say, obviously I'm busy. So what I'm doing right now, the reason I'm getting offline is I go to Italy now, and I'll be working on my book in Italian. I've got my wonderful Italian publisher, Curci. My friend and dear, now she's my sister, Laura Moro, is there. And we're translating it into Italian. I'm going to be working in Sardinia. And I'll be in Rome. But I'll be back in a couple of months, and then we'll get back at it. And I'll probably be checking in. So be sure to follow me on Instagram, because I'll do some live hellos, take your questions. I'll probably be doing that from time to time. So be sure to follow me. And if you want to click the notification, do that too, because then you'll be notified when I'm coming on, and we can see each other live and check out and see how you're doing. Aaron, I agree with the others. The world could definitely use a reading of Mary's book. You are helping propel meaningful change and are more than an inspiration to me. Thank you, sweetheart. Well, also know that I did the audiobook because I wanted to be in your back pocket. I really did it with that in mind, so that we can connect to each other. I made sure that my voice is really clean and clear so you can hear me. And so it's like we're in the same room together. And so be sure to pick up the audiobook if it's easy, or when you can. It's on Audible, which is also on my little profile on Amazon, so you can find it easily. Yay, Roger. Thank you. I'm rooting for you too. Okay, my darlings, this has been so amazing. I knew we'd go over 2 hours today. I'm just so honored by your love, and I'm just so grateful. Let's send some gratitude into the world. And you guys are my ripples, making more waves out there. So share the work, pass it forward. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. And go for your dream, and just tell the universe, this is my dream, or something better, because the universe might think of something that you didn't even think of. I never knew I was going to be a teacher. And this is the best thing in the world. So there we go. You're welcome, Jacqueline. Thank you too. Lots of love, you guys. Mwah. Have a beautiful, beautiful end of April. We're coming into May. Be sure to follow me, because I'll be checking in, I promise. Okay? Yay! Okay. Bye for now, my loves. Thank you again. Gratitude everywhere.